Most gardeners treat fallen leaves like waste. They rake them into piles, bag them up, and send them away like they're trash. But here's the surprising truth. Those dead leaves are actually one of the most powerful soil-building materials you can get for free. And, when they're used the right way, they can outperform a lot of store-bought soil conditioners. The mistake many gardeners make is either throwing leaves away or dumping them straight into a compost pile where they break down too quickly and lose much of their long-term soil-building value. When leaves decompose the wrong way, they can tie up nitrogen temporarily, compact into soggy mats, and create poor soil structure instead of improving it. That's why, honestly, some gardeners try using leaf mulch once and then swear it doesn't work. One thing that helped me figure this out early was monitoring what was actually happening in the soil, not just what the surface looked like. I started using a 4-in-1 soil moisture meter, digital plant temperature, soil moisture, pH, meter sunlight intensity, backlight LCD display to check moisture levels, and pH, where leaves were breaking down. Sometimes soil that looked perfect on top was actually too dry underneath for microbial activity to work properly. A quick check with a meter like that can prevent a lot of guesswork. I'll leave the exact one I use in the description if you want to check it out. Once I started paying attention to what was happening under the surface, I realized dead leaves can become one of the best soil conditioners available. But there's a specific process that makes the difference between a pile of soggy leaf waste and a rich, crumbly soil amendment that plants thrive in. Leaves are mostly made of carbon-rich compounds like lignin and cellulose. These materials, break down slowly compared to kitchen scraps or green plant waste. That slow breakdown is exactly what makes leaves so valuable for soil health. Instead of releasing nutrients all at once, like many compost materials do, leaves gradually feed soil microbes and fungi over time. As they decompose, they create stable organic matter that improves soil structure, water retention, and microbial diversity. That stable organic matter is what experienced gardeners call humus. And humus is the real foundation of fertile soil. If your garden beds lack humus, nutrients wash away more easily. Water drains too fast in sandy soils, and clay soils stay dense and compacted. Building humus changes all of that. One of the biggest reasons gardeners fail with leaf mulch is that they use whole leaves. Whole leaves tend to mat together, When rain hits them, they form thick layers that block air and water movement. That slows decomposition and sometimes creates anaerobic conditions that smell unpleasant. The simple solution is shredding the leaves before using them. A lawnmower works perfectly for this, honestly. Just run over a pile of leaves a few times until they're broken into smaller pieces. Shredded leaves decompose far more efficiently because microbes have more surface area to work with. Once shredded, leaves become what many gardeners call leaf mold in the making. Leaf mold is essentially decomposed leaves that have been processed by fungi and soil organisms into a dark, crumbly soil conditioner, and it's incredibly effective. Compost piles rely heavily on bacteria that thrive in high-temperature environments. Leaf decomposition, on the other hand, is driven mostly by fungi. Fungi produce enzymes capable of breaking down the tough carbon structures in leaves. As they do this, they form networks in the soil that transport nutrients and water. These fungal networks also interact with plant roots through symbiotic relationships. Plants feed sugars to the fungi, and the fungi return minerals and moisture from the soil. That relationship is one of the reasons forests grow such massive trees without fertilizer. Now, by encouraging leaf breakdown directly in garden beds, you're encouraging the same fungal systems that support natural ecosystems. That's where the real soil conditioning happens. The most effective way I've used leaves is through a simple layering system. First, spread a thin layer of compost or garden soil directly on the bed. This introduces microbes that begin colonizing the organic material. Then apply a 2 to 3 inch layer of shredded leaves. After that, lightly water the area so microbes can start working immediately. Over time, worms pull the leaf fragments deeper into the soil, while fungi colonize the material from below. The process turns what started as dry, crunchy leaves into dark, sponge-like organic matter. This material dramatically improves soil structure. One thing that surprised me when I first started doing this consistently was how quickly soil texture improved. Raised beds that previously drained too quickly started holding moisture longer. Clay-heavy beds loosened and became easier to plant in. Root crops like carrots and radishes grew straighter and more uniform. Tomatoes and peppers also developed deeper root systems because the soil stayed cooler and more stable under leaf mulch. Even container gardens benefited when a small portion of decomposed leaf mold was mixed into potting soil. Plants grew more evenly and watering frequency dropped noticeably. That's the power of stable organic matter. For leaves to break down efficiently, the soil underneath must stay slightly moist. Too dry and microbial activity slows dramatically. Too wet and oxygen disappears, which stalls decomposition. Maintaining that balance is one reason monitoring soil moisture occasionally can be helpful. It gives you a clearer picture of what's happening beneath the mulch layer. In healthy systems, leaves gradually disappear into the soil over several months, leaving behind dark, crumbly material. That's the ultimate soil conditioner gardeners are after. Why dead leaves outperform many store-bought soil conditioners. Many commercial soil conditioners rely on peat, composted bark, or synthetic blends. While those products can work, they often cost money and may not build long-term soil health the way natural organic matter does. Dead leaves, on the other hand, provide carbon, feed microbes, support fungi, and improve soil structure all at once. They're renewable every season, they're free, and they mimic the exact process nature uses to maintain fertile soil. That's why experienced gardeners rarely waste fallen leaves. They treat them as one of the most valuable resources in the entire garden. Healthy soil always starts with understanding how nature builds it. The longer you garden, the more you realize soil health drives everything else in the garden. Plants growing in rich, living soil develop stronger roots, resist disease more effectively, and produce better harvests. Dead leaves are not waste. They're the raw material for building the kind of soil that supports productive gardens year after year. When you learn how to turn those leaves into stable organic matter, you're essentially creating your own natural soil conditioner without buying anything. If you enjoy practical gardening techniques that actually improve results, consider subscribing to the channel and sharing this video with another gardener who wants to build healthier soil. Because once your soil improves, everything else in the garden becomes easier.